I'm starting to think that this is going to be a fairly common place for me to do these video blogs. Hey, what's up? Yeah, just running the rat race as usual. Behind the wheel. Can't look at the camera because, well, I could die. That would not be good. So, just an update on a few things that are going on with Skyline. Can't talk today, with Skyline Sound Studios and with me in general. First of all, I got a really cool app for this iPhone. It's what I'm recording these videos on, is my iPhone. And I got a really cool app for that phone. iMovie is only like $5 app, and it gives you video editing capabilities. So you'll notice there's going to be like some titles and things added to this video. And it's all because of iMovie. And for $5, you know, it's totally worth it to be able to edit videos on the fly on your phone. It's really cool. So maybe I'll start injecting some video samples of some shows I go to. You know, speaking of shows, the Alrosa Villa the other night. I went to the Alrosa to go and watch Enemy by Morning open up for Taproot. Very cool. You know, one of my clients opening up for a national. You know, you got to go support that. You know, all the bands really brought it that night, and it was really, really good energy. Here's one thing I thought was really cool. I started getting recognized. You know, people are recognizing me in the scene, you know, for the studio. People were coming up to me that I don't recall ever meeting, that were asking me about the studio, because evidently I'm becoming a recognized face in the scene, and I really think that's cool, you know. Other people were asking me if I was bringing the video camera. It seems that the videos of live performances that I've been doing on this iPhone and posting up on YouTube, a lot of the bands are really appreciating that, and I got asked if I had brought the camera. So, and this was from the lead vocalist of Idle Black, and so I whipped out the phone and showed him. Anyway, you know, I'm starting to get recognized in the scene, and that's really, really cool. A couple of projects that might be coming down the pike. I think I might have mentioned these in a previous video blog. I can't recall. But, you know, they haven't quite hit yet. We're in contract negotiations, possibly with Liquid Gandhi, and waiting for Antiseptic Soul to get enough free time to get into the lab, and you know, a couple other things coming down that I'm not really at liberty to discuss just yet. So I'm pretty stoked about all of that. You know, basically just still trying to plug along, get the word out there about the studio. I was interviewed last night on the VM Underground, longtime friend Vic Mendoza. You know, a lot of the bands in Columbus should be sending their material into him, because there's a lot of talent in Columbus, and he will play their music. And he's got a worldwide format, a large audience on internet radio. And he has a show Sunday nights and Monday nights that he does. And he's a really cool guy. He's totally chill, and I'm glad to know him. So, you know, if anybody is seeing this on Facebook, you should look up Vic Mendoza on my friends list and go and friend him, and then send him your music so he can play it on the VM Underground. Anyway, the interview went really well. We talked about the Metal Shop podcast. We talked about Skyline Sound Studios, my work with Enemy by Morning, some upcoming projects that I've got. We talked about, speaking of projects, we talked about Project Divide a little bit and how that's progressing. So, you know, all in all, really cool interview, and I was happy to do that. It was a lot of fun. It's been way too long since I was on the VM Underground talking to Vic. Now, the other thing I just want to say, okay, Tom Klein from Noise Auction, who I did get video of at the Alrosa on Saturday night.
This is bullshit, make some fucking noise! Tom Klein of Noise Auction
was involved in an incident on Sunday night, the very next night. The word on Facebook is that there was a bar fight at the VIP club in Hilliard, and he jumped in to protect his friends, who eventually, sadly, were killed, stabbed to death at the bar, and Tom was also hospitalized. The person who did it is in custody, evidently. I'm not really sure of the details of that, but, the word going around is that Tom jumped in selflessly to, help protect his friends, even though they still sadly lost their lives. Our thoughts and prayers going out to their families, of course. But a lot of people in the scene are now looking at Tom as somewhat of a local hero, aside from the fact that he was in a very popular local rock band, actually two technically, Acoustic Mayhem and Fronting Noise Auction as well. So, Tom, I just want to say, hoping that you heal up nicely, and we're seeing you back on the stage soon. Much respect, and I'm very, very sorry for the loss that you have endured, that your friends have endured, and that their families have endured. So, hang in there. We're pulling for you here in Columbus. We're glad to see that you're okay. Anyway, that pretty much is it for now. Just kind of a little short update. We'll talk more as things keep developing, and I guess that's it.